Well, I'm still working on getting this 1979 IT175 mobile so that I can move it around. I've already finished the front wheel. It was just a matter of a seized cable. So it's spinning and I can move on to the back. To start troubleshooting, there are a few things that I've already done. One of them is I took the chain off. That way, if the chain was seized up or if it was something in the transmission, then that's no longer a factor. I've also loosened this axle, and the axle rotates and slides back and forth, so that's not an issue. We're not seized up there or corroded. So it starts to make me think that it could be this brake lever. It's seen better days, so it could be binding up in there, or it could be the brakes themselves. You can see I've got a little bit of motion in there, just not enough to be able to spin this and move it around. So we're going to tear some things apart here, see if we can figure out what's wrong. This isn't going to be a how to fix video. I'm just trying to get this thing to the point where I can take it off the stand and move it around. By removing this wing nut here on the back, I should be able to disconnect the brake lever here from the foot lever up front. Now this has got several pieces, so I want to make sure that I don't lose anything. This is also how you adjust your brake tension, by tightening or loosening this wing nut. So I'm just going to put that back together so I don't lose those parts. And that could have been it. I've already got quite a bit more movement than I had to start. Now there's definitely something going on in here. I'm not sure what it is. But maybe just a little bit of movement here will be able to get this thing to spin. Yeah, it spins for a little bit and then it binds up. So let's take this off and see what's going on inside. Before I tear into the hub, I want to take a quick look at the axle and make sure that it's not bent. That could be a source of trouble. To do this, it's real simple. Just put it on a flat table and just roll it. If it feels like it's rolling smooth and it doesn't have any obvious bows, then that's probably not an issue. When you remove your wheels, pay attention to spacers or other things that are part of the hub. You want to make sure that you get everything back to the way it was in order for everything to be lined up. So the brakes come out freely and they are completely trashed. Here's one pad, and I'll bet you that's why it was seized up. And as I rocked it back and forth, this brake pad finally broke loose of the brake shoe itself because they're stuck to the hub. So that's good. That is something I'll put on my list of things to purchase. But in the meantime, I can put this back together and it should spin freely. I'm just going to get rid of some of these chunks that are falling off and some of these chunks that are stuck in place. As you look at this, you can see a lot of rust and corrosion. Now, I'm not going to take the time to clean that out just now, but while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and do some more troubleshooting, figure out what pieces I'm going to need when I do get this cleaned up and ready to put back together. as I feel these bearings in here, they are frozen in place. They should spin freely. There shouldn't be any grabbing. There shouldn't be any rocking back and forth. Should be just one continuous nice movement. I'm also on my list going to put new seals while I'm in here. I don't want to worry about the little things like that, so I'm going to go through this completely. New bearings, new seals, clean this up, new brake pads. After that, this rear hub should be in pretty good shape.